Shalom. Today I'm talking about jobs in Yahuah's kingdom and the gifts. Yeah. And and why I'm doing it, cause many don't do the jobs which Yahuah gives you. Many of you are forsaking the job, or call themselves what they are not. And Yahuah is not pleased with it. He doesn't love it, cause if you call yourself something, Yahuah is requiring qualifications for each of these. The first is we have apostles, we have prophets, we have evangelists, we have pastors, teachers, bishops, diakons. The first job which Yahuah can give you is apostles. The second is prophets. The third is evangelists, pastors, teachers, bishops, diakons, watchmen, vira, prayers, healers, and Yahuah doesn't give you all of this. You remember the talents, the parable of the talents? Talents are jobs, are gifts, and if you don't use them, I don't know. People nowadays are busy envying each other and judging each other, but they don't do the jobs. If Ephesians 4:11 Ephesians 4:11 And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers. Yeah? We go to Ephesians 2 verse 20. And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahusha HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone. Yeah? 1 Corinthians 12 verse 28. I go to 12 generally, then we see also the gifts which Yahuah can give you. Now, concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led. Wherefore I give you to understand that no man speaks by the Spirit, by the Ruach of Elohim called Yahusha accursed, and says no man can say that Yahusha is Yahuah, but by the Ruach HaKadosh. Now these are the varieties of gifts, but the same Ruach. And these are the differences of administrators, but the same Yahuah. And these are the diversities of operations, but is the same Elohim, which works in all. But the manifestation of the Ruach is given to every man to profit withal. For to whom it is given by the Spirit, the word of wisdom, the word of knowledge by the same Ruach, to another faith by the same Ruach, to another the gifts of the Spirit by the same Ruach, and to one another working of miracles, to another one prophesying, to another discerning the spirits, the another devises kinds of tongues, to another the interpretations of tongues. But all these works that one and the same self-same Spirit, dividing to every man several as he will. For the body is one, and has many members, and all the members of the one body, being many, are one body, so is also Hamashiach. For by one Ruach are all baptized into one body, whether we be Yahudim or Gentiles, whether we be bound or free, and have been all made to drink into one Ruach. For the body is not one member, but many. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not the body? And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, it is therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where the hearing? If the whole body whole were hearing, where were they smelling? But now has Elohim set the members of every one of them in the body as it has pleased him. And if there were all one member, where's the body? But now are there many members, yet but one body. And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need for thee, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. Nay, much more those members of the body which seem not to be more feeble are necessary, and those members of the body which we think to be less honorable, upon this we bestow more abundant honor, and our uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness. For our comely parts have no need, but Elohim has tempered the body together, having given more abundant honor to that part which lacked, that there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it. Now ye are the body of Hamashiach, and members in particular. And Elohim has some given to the assembly, first apostles, secondly prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healing, helps, governments, diversities of tongues, are all apostles, are all prophets, are all teachers, are all workers of miracles, have all the gifts of healing, do all speak with tongues, do all interpret, but covet earnestly the best gifts, and yet shew I unto you more excellency way. Chapter 13. Thou I speak with the tongues of men, and of angels have no charity. I have become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And thou I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries, and all knowledge, and thou I have all faith, that I could remove mountains, and have no charity, I am nothing. And thou I have bestowed all my goods to feed the poor, and thou I have given my body to be burned. I have not charity, it profit me nothing. Charity suffers long, and is kind. Charity envies not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, does not behave itself unseemly, seek not her own, is not easily provoked, thinks not evil, rejoice not in iniquity, but rejoice in the truth. Bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Charity never fails, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know, even as I am known. And now abdies faith, hope, and charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. Yeah, these are the gifts. We are members in one body. We have all work to do. Chapter 14. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. For he that speaks in an unknown tongue speaks not unto man, but unto Elohim. For no man understands him, howbeit in the spirit he speaks mysteries. But he that prophesies speaks unto man to edification and exhortation and comfort. He speaks in an unknown tongue, edifying himself, but he that prophesies edifies the assembly. I would that ye all speak with tongues, but rather that ye prophesy, for greater is he that prophesies than he that speaks with tongues, except he interpretates, that the assembly may receive edifying. Now, brethren, if I come unto you, speaks with tongues, what shall I profit you, except I shall speak to you either by revelation, or by knowledge, or by prophesying, or by doctrine? And even things without life-giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is piped or harped? For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? And likewise ye, except ye utter by the tongue words easily to be understood, how shall it be known what is spoken? For ye shall speak into the air. There are, if may be, so many kinds of voices in the world, and none of them is without sanctification. Therefore I know not the meaning of the voice. I shall be. Therefore, if I know not the meaning of the voice, I shall be unto him that speaks barbarian, and he that speaks shall be a barbarian unto me. Even so ye, for so much as ye are zealous of spiritual gifts, seek that ye may excel to the edifying of the assembly. Whether let him that speaks in the unknown tongue pray that he may interpret. For if I pray in an unknown tongue, my spirit prays, but my understanding is unfruitful. What is it then? I will pray with the spirit, and I will pray with the understanding also. I will sing with the spirit, and I will sing with the understanding also. Else when thou shalt bless with the spirit, how shall he occupy the room of the unlearned, saying, Amen, as they give thanks, seeing he understands not what thou sayest? For thou verily givest thanks well, but the other is not edified. I thank my Elohim, I speak with tongues more than you all. Yet in the assembly I rather speak 5 words with my understanding, that by my voice I may teach others also, than 10,000 words in an unknown tongue. Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in malice. But ye be ye children, but in understanding be men. In the Torah it is written, When with men of other tongues and other lips will I speak unto this people. And yet for all that they will not hear me, says Yahuah. Wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not. But prophesying serves not for them that believe not, but for them that believe. If therefore the whole assembly be come together into one place, all speaks with tongue, and there come into those that unlearned or unbelieved, will they not say, Ye are mad? But if all prophesy, and there come in one that believes not, or one unlearned, he is convinced in all, he is judged of all. And these are the secrets of his heart made manifest, and so falling down on his face he will worship Elohim, and report that Elohim is in you of a truth. How is it then, brethren, when ye come together, every one of you has a psalm, has a doctrine, has a tongue, has a revelation, has an interpretation? Let all things be done unto edifying. If any man speak in unknown tongue, let it be 2, or the most by 3, and that by course, and let one interpretate. But if there be not interpreter, let him keep silence in the assembly, and let him speak to himself and to Elohim. Let the prophet shall speaks 2 or 3, and let the other judge. If anything be revealed to one another that sits by, let the first hold his peace. For ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn and all may be comforted. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. For Elohim is not the author of confusion, but of peace, all as in all assemblies of the saints. We have all gifts. Yeah, we are all one member in this body, but we all have different jobs. We go to Romans 12. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Elohim, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Elohim, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Elohim. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Elohim has dealt to every man the measure of faith. For we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. So we, being many, are one body in Hamashiach, and every one member are one of another, having then gifts different according to the grace that is given to us. Whether prophesy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministering. Or he that teaches, on teaching. Or he that exhorted, and exhortation. He that gives, let him do what is simplicity. He that rules with deliancy. He that shows mercy with cheerfulness. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectionate one to another, with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving Yahuah, rejoicing in hope, persistent in tribulation, continuing instant in prayers, disrupting to the necessity of saints, giving to hospitality. Bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. Rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep. Be of the same mind one toward one another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits. Recompense not evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, also much as lies in you, live peaceable with all men. Dearly brother, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, says Yahuah. Therefore if thine enemy hungers, feed him. If he thirsts, give him drink. For in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his heat. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Yeah, we are all members of the body in Yahuah. Yeah, no one is better than the other one. Romans 16, verse 17 to 18. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offence contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Yahuah, Yahusha, Hamashiach, but their own belly, and be good works and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. Yeah, you have to look at them, and who call themselves whatever. You remember what Yahusha said. By the fruit you will know them. There are many preachers, many pastors, many prophets, many teachers nowadays. But not all speaking the truth. Not all do what is required from them. Some are authority abusers. Some are liars. They don't preach according to the Torah. Isaiah 8:20 says, if they don't preach according to the word, according to the Torah, there's no light in them. They are liars. And to the false prophets, Yahuah says, I have not called them. They are telling you lies. Don't listen to them. Or to the evangelists, they forsake the job according to Matthew 20:18 to 20. Pastors, they don't do what is required. In their family, they cannot control it, but they want to rule over an assembly. Or the teachers, they don't know the basics, but try to teach others and twist the scriptures. You cannot fool Yahuah. Absolutely not. Because Yahuah will look at you. At the judgment day, he will give every one of us the reward, if it's good or evil. You will have to give an account of what you are doing. And I will place all the job categories in a document or down below under the video, and you have to look at yourself to see, have I these requirements? Have I some talents which I can use? If you are an apostle, well, do your job. If you are a prophet, do your job. If you are an evangelist, do your job. If you are a pastor, do your job. If you are a teacher, do your job. Whatever you are doing, do your job. He says, the harvest is great, but I have not much workers. Ask Yahuah to send workers. You remember Isaiah, as he was called as a prophet. Yahuah asked, whom shall I send? He asks you. He is asking you, whom shall I send? And if you hear the calling in the night, then say, here I am, Yahuah, send me. Send me. And I think, people, you should get serious. You cannot play long around with Yahuah. You have to encounter yourself and get right with Yahuah and do your job. Do your job. I am doing my job too. You see, I am preaching. But why? It is not because I want it, but the word of Yahuah is burning in my heart. This is my script for one single video. This I write every time a script, a big script for you to discover the truth. But I don't read it for you all. You have to. If you find it interesting, I place always the verses down below that you read for yourself, to encounter yourself, to use the scripture as mirror and to say, well, what she's saying is right. I want to change. I want to encounter Yahuah. I want to go with him. If you find it, if you discover yourself, and you want to be in a job relationship with Yahuah, then do your job. Do it. Now is the time. When awake a sleeper. Awake. Watch. And do your job. Because Yahuah is returning to a time when you don't expect it. The signs of the times are clear. You know. Apostles. Who are the apostles? Where are you, apostles? Do your jobs. Prophets, where are you? Evangelists, where are you? Pastors, where are you? Real apostles, the real prophets, the sevenfold ministers. We have 7 jobs, and each one has requirements. You have to encounter what talent do you have, and then you have to do your job and fulfill it. Use your gifts, use your talents, and do your job. You cannot play long around with it. And for each job, I place the verses down below that you can read for yourself. Read for yourself. I don't read the scripture for you. You have to do it. It is Yahuah is demanding you to read the scriptures and to do what it is saying. This is a mirror which Yahuah is holding in front of you. Huh? And he says, if you ignore it, I will judge you. Yeah? Because Yahusha said, and at the great judgment day, my words will judge you. Because you have ignored my word, I will judge you. And for each category, I place the verses, the requirements down below. I hope this will help you. And don't quit your job. It makes no sense. So, Yahuah bless you and keep you. Yahuah make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yahuah lift his countenance upon you and give you his shalom.